If you're over 40, listen closely, because this could be the most important video you watch today. Did you know that over 32 million Americans suffer from arthritis, and many are told their only solution is painkillers or surgery? Yet what most doctors never mention is that some ancient healing teas have been used for centuries to fight joint pain, reduce swelling, and restore mobility naturally. And here's the shocking part. A study from the University of Miami showed that certain herbal extracts can work just as effectively as prescription drugs without the dangerous side effects. In this video, we're counting down the 7 most powerful arthritis-fighting teas used for centuries in cultures around the world. These teas don't just ease pain, they target the root cause, inflammation. And trust me, number 2 shocked me the most. If you're tired of stiff joints, swollen fingers, or that deep aching pain that makes it hard to get out of bed in the morning, this video is for you. And stay tuned until the very end, because I'll reveal a bonus tip that could change your daily routine and help you walk with ease again.
Tea number 7. Yucca Root Tea. Deep in the sun-scorched deserts of the American Southwest, the yucca plant has been a trusted ally of native tribes for centuries. Elders would carefully harvest its root, dry it, and brew it into a soothing tea for aching joints, sore muscles, and even digestive troubles. What's fascinating is that these traditional remedies weren't just folklore. Modern research has revealed that yucca root is rich in compounds called saponins, which act as natural anti-inflammatories. According to studies from the University of Arizona, these saponins may help reduce swelling, stiffness, and cartilage breakdown, 3 of the biggest drivers of arthritis pain. Even more interesting, yucca appears to support the gut microbiome. And since poor gut health is linked to systemic inflammation, this could explain why people often feel lighter and more mobile after making it part of their routine. For someone over 40 dealing with arthritis, incorporating yucca tea can be a gentle but effective step. Typically, 1 to 2 cups a day is enough, and many herbalists suggest sipping it after meals, since it not only calms inflammation, but can also support smoother digestion. People describe the taste as earthy, somewhat similar to a mild herbal root tea, which pairs well with a touch of honey or lemon. However, there are precautions. Pregnant women, nursing mothers, or anyone with kidney issues should avoid it without medical guidance, as its potency may not be safe in those conditions. Imagine starting your day with a warm cup of yucca tea, knowing you're tapping into the same plant wisdom that helped desert tribes stay strong and mobile well into old age. Some even used yucca poultices directly on sore joints, proving just how versatile this plant really is. Have you ever tried yucca tea yourself? Comment yes if you have, or no if this is new to you. I'd love to know. And don't go anywhere, because the next tea might surprise you even more. It comes from the rolling meadows of Europe and has been called nature's original aspirin.
Tea number 6, Meadowsweet Tea. Imagine walking through the lush meadows of Europe centuries ago, the air filled with the sweet almond-like fragrance of a tall flowering herb. This is meadowsweet, a plant so revered in medieval times that it was scattered across banquet halls to freshen the air and even used in sacred rituals. But its true gift lies in its natural pain-fighting properties. Meadowsweet contains salicylates, the very compounds that inspired the creation of modern aspirin. Long before pharmacies existed, people brewed meadowsweet tea to relieve fevers, headaches, and most importantly, stiff and aching joints. Today, researchers at King's College London confirm that these salicylates help reduce inflammation by blocking the same pain pathways targeted by aspirin, but in a gentler, plant-based form that is less likely to irritate the stomach. For anyone over 40 struggling with arthritis pain, meadowsweet tea offers a soothing, time-tested alternative. A warm cup taken once or twice a day can calm swollen joints, ease mobility, and even support digestive health, since meadowsweet also contains tannins that protect the stomach lining. That's why herbalists often recommend it for people who can't tolerate regular aspirin or NSAIDs. Still, those already taking blood thinners or aspirin should check with their doctor first, as the natural salicylates may intensify the effects. The taste is light, floral, and pleasantly sweet, often described as refreshing, making it easy to enjoy on a daily basis. What's remarkable is that Meadowsweet not only relieves pain, but also helps reduce the chronic low-grade inflammation that silently damages joints over time. It's like giving your body a gentle shield against the daily wear and tear of aging. Just imagine replacing your nightly pill with a fragrant cup of tea that has been trusted for hundreds of years to ease the burden of arthritis. Have you ever sipped Meadowsweet tea before, or is this your first time hearing about it? Let me know in the comments. And stick around, because the next tea, made from a sacred tree bark, has been relieving pain for over 2,000 years.
Tea number 5. Boswellia Resin Tea, Frankincense Brew. For thousands of years, frankincense has been treasured as more than just incense for temples and ceremonies. It was medicine. The resin of the Boswellia tree, harvested in the dry mountains of India, the Middle East, and Africa, was brewed into teas and tinctures to calm pain and inflammation. Ancient healers prized it for easing stiff joints, and today, modern science has confirmed that this resin, known as Boswellia, is a powerhouse for arthritis relief. Studies from the Indian Council of Medical Research found that Boswellia contains active compounds called boswellic acids, which directly block the enzymes that trigger inflammation in the joints. Unlike common painkillers that only mask the pain, Boswellia actually helps slow down the cartilage damage that makes arthritis worse over time. For people over 40, this makes Boswellia tea a powerful ally in restoring mobility and reducing stiffness. Most herbalists recommend brewing the resin gently in hot water, often combined with a bit of ginger or cinnamon for flavor, since Boswellia has a slightly woody, earthy taste. Drinking 1 to 2 cups per day is typically enough to feel its soothing effects. What makes this remedy even more remarkable is that in clinical trials, patients taking Boswellia experienced noticeable improvements in joint pain and walking ability within just 8 weeks, without the stomach irritation that often comes with long-term NSAID use. But like all powerful remedies, Boswellia isn't for everyone. Those on blood thinners or people with severe digestive issues should check with their doctor before adding it into their routine. Still, for most, this ancient resin offers hope, a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern science. Imagine sipping on a warm, fragrant brew that not only relaxes your mind, but also works silently on your aching knees, hips, or hands, helping you move with less pain. Have you ever tried Boswellia or frankincense tea before? Comment yes if you have, and no if this is your first time hearing about it. And stay tuned, because the next tea has been used since the time of Hippocrates himself, and it's so powerful it was once called God's gift to pain relief.
Tea number 4. Willow Bark Tea. Long before modern medicine, healers searched nature for answers to pain, and one of the most powerful discoveries was the bark of the white willow tree. Records show that Hippocrates, the father of medicine himself, recommended willow bark tea more than 2,400 years ago for treating fevers and joint pain. What he couldn't have known then, but what science confirms today, is that willow bark contains salicin, a natural compound that works almost identically to aspirin. In fact, salicin is what inspired the creation of aspirin in the late 1800s. But here's the key difference. Willow bark works more gently in the body, delivering pain relief without the harsh stomach irritation that synthetic aspirin often causes. Modern studies, including one published in Phytotherapy Research, have shown that willow bark tea can significantly reduce arthritis pain, especially in the knees and lower back. For people over 40 struggling with stiff joints, this makes it one of the most effective natural remedies available. Herbalists often recommend steeping about 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried willow bark in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. The taste is slightly bitter, but many enjoy it with a bit of honey or lemon to balance the flavor. A single cup once or twice a day is usually enough to ease pain and swelling, though results build up over time. Still, just like aspirin, willow bark isn't for everyone.
Those taking blood thinners, people with ulcers, or anyone allergic to aspirin should avoid it. But for most, this ancient tea offers something truly remarkable, a time-tested, natural way to ease pain and protect the joints from further damage. Imagine sipping a cup of tea that connects you directly to thousands of years of healing tradition, from the ancient Greeks to European herbalists to modern-day wellness seekers. Have you ever tried willow bark tea before, or is this your first time hearing about it? Comment below. And keep watching, because the next tea on our list, one that grows wild in the fields of Europe, doesn't just calm pain, it also helps rebuild strength in your joints.
Tea number 3. Nettle Seed Tea. At first glance, stinging nettle might look like an annoying weed you'd want to avoid. But in truth, this humble plant has been one of nature's best-kept secrets for joint health. While most people are familiar with nettle leaf tea, it's actually the seeds of the plant that carry extraordinary benefits for arthritis sufferers. Ancient European healers would gather the seeds in late summer, drying them to brew teas and tonics that were said to restore strength and vitality, especially in older adults whose joints had begun to stiffen with age. Modern research has confirmed that nettle seeds are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and adaptogenic compounds that help reduce systemic inflammation, support kidney function, and protect cartilage from further breakdown. A study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that nettle seed extracts significantly reduced inflammatory markers in people with arthritis, improving both mobility and daily comfort. What makes nettle seed tea unique is that it doesn't just soothe pain, it actually supports the body's detox pathways, helping flush out uric acid and other compounds that can trigger flare-ups in both arthritis and gout. For those over 40, a cup of nettle seed tea can be a powerful addition to a daily wellness routine. To prepare, steep about 1 teaspoon of dried nettle seeds in hot water for 10 minutes. The flavor is nutty and earthy, often compared to roasted sesame, making it pleasant on its own or blended with mint or chamomile. Herbalists recommend 1 to 2 cups per day, though consistency is key. It's the gradual buildup of nutrients that leads to long-term relief. That said, anyone on blood pressure medications or blood thinners should consult their doctor first, since nettle can mildly interact with these. Just imagine replacing that morning coffee with a warm, nourishing cup of nettle seed tea, giving your body a gentle anti-inflammatory boost to carry you through the day with less stiffness and more mobility. Have you ever tried nettle seed tea before? Comment yes if you've tasted it, or no if this is a new discovery for you. And don't go anywhere, because the next tea on our list comes from Africa, and it's so powerful at calming pain that scientists call it the herbal ibuprofen.
Tea number 2. Devil's Claw Root Tea. With a name as fierce as Devil's Claw, you might expect danger. But in truth, this African root has been a blessing for countless people suffering from arthritis pain. Native to the dry Kalahari Desert of Namibia and South Africa, Devil's Claw earned its name from its claw-shaped seed pods. For generations, local tribes brewed its roots into teas to treat aching joints, back pain, and even digestive troubles. European settlers later carried this remedy back to the West, where it quickly gained a reputation as one of the strongest natural anti-inflammatory herbs known. Modern science confirms what traditional healers knew all along. Devil's Claw is rich in compounds called harpagicides, which directly reduce inflammation and block pain pathways. A landmark study from the University of Reading in the UK showed that patients with osteoarthritis who consumed Devil's Claw experienced a 25% reduction in pain and stiffness within just a few weeks. Unlike typical painkillers, Devil's Claw doesn't simply mask the pain, it targets the underlying inflammation, making it especially effective for arthritis in the hands, knees, and lower back. For people over 40 struggling with daily stiffness, a warm cup of Devil's Claw root tea can bring noticeable relief. To prepare, steep 1 teaspoon of dried root in boiling water for 10 to 15 minutes. Its flavor is somewhat bitter and earthy, so many prefer to blend it with ginger or honey for a smoother taste. Most herbalists recommend drinking 1 to 2 cups per day, though consistency is key for lasting benefits. But there are precautions. People on blood thinners, diabetes medications, or with ulcers should consult their doctor before using it, as devil's claw can amplify the effects of certain drugs. Still, for many, this root is life-changing. Imagine waking up and feeling your knees bend more easily, your back less stiff, your hands able to grip again without throbbing pain, all from a simple herbal tea that has been trusted for centuries. Have you ever heard of devil's claw before? Comment yes if you've tried it, or no if this is your first time learning about it. And get ready, because the #1 tea on our list is perhaps the most surprising of all, a sacred Amazonian vine that has been called a miracle for arthritis sufferers.
Tea number 1. Cat's Claw Tea, Uncaria tomentosa. High in the dense rainforests of the Amazon, there grows a woody vine with hooked thorns that curl like the claws of a cat. Locals call it uña de gato, or cat's claw, and for centuries it has been used as a sacred medicine. Shamans brewed it into a bitter tea to heal arthritis, digestive disorders, and even infections. Today, this Amazonian vine is considered one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatory remedies in the world, and modern research backs it up. Studies from the University of Milan found that cat's claw contains compounds called pentacyclic oxindole alkaloids, which help regulate the immune system and lower TNF-alpha, a key driver of joint inflammation in arthritis. In fact, a clinical trial published in the Journal of Rheumatology showed that patients with rheumatoid arthritis experienced a 50% reduction in painful and swollen joints after taking cat's claw extract for just 24 weeks. That's astonishing, and it's one reason researchers now see this humble vine as a natural alternative to conventional arthritis drugs. For people over 40 dealing with daily joint pain, cat's claw tea can be transformative. The preparation is simple. Simmer about 1 teaspoon of the inner bark in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. The taste is slightly bitter, which is why many people add lemon or a touch of honey. Most herbalists suggest starting with 1 cup a day and gradually increasing to 2 as your body adjusts. What makes cat's claw unique is that it doesn't just ease pain, it supports overall immune balance, helping prevent the flare-ups that make arthritis unpredictable. Of course, a word of caution. Because cat's claw stimulates the immune system, it's not suitable for people with autoimmune conditions like lupus or multiple sclerosis, or those taking immune-suppressing medications. Pregnant women should also avoid it. But for the majority of people, this rainforest remedy can bring back mobility, reduce swelling, and restore a sense of control over aging joints. Just picture it. Sipping a warm cup of cat's claw tea in the morning, knowing you're harnessing the same healing power that Amazonian tribes trusted for centuries, and feeling your joints loosen, your hands move more freely, your steps grow lighter. Have you ever heard of cat's claw before? Comment yes if this is familiar to you, or no if this is a brand new discovery. And don't click away yet, because next we'll reveal some of the biggest mistakes people make with arthritis teas and why using them the wrong way could actually backfire. Those were the 7 teas that can fight arthritis pain naturally. And now it's your turn. Which one will you try first? Comment below and let me know. And don't go yet, because we've picked 2 more videos packed with natural remedies waiting for you. Click right here to keep watching and take the next step toward pain-free living. Remember, small changes today can mean big relief tomorrow. Stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.